It's such a great pleasure having you again. Now, there was a story about a certain man called Jonah. From his story comes what I want to speak to you about today in this episode. Now, God spoke to him to go to a certain city to preach. This was the purpose of his existence, but rather he chose to run away from God without wanting to obey the call. He decided to run away to another location by boarding a ship with other passengers. Now, a storm arose in the middle of the sea because of his disobedience, and the passengers started throwing their goods for which they had worked hard for into the sea to lighten the load. But meanwhile, Jonah, the source of the problem, was sleeping in the belly of the ship. Now, Jonah 1 verse 5 says, "Then the mariners were afraid, and every man cried out to his God and threw the cargo that was in the ship into the sea to lighten the load. But Jonah had gone down into the lowest part of the ship and lay down and was fast asleep." That was so funny. Now, after they had fetched him out and much searching were done, they discovered that he was the cause of the storm. Now, look at the resolution for the storm to actually stop. In the same Jonah chapter 1, but verse 12, Jonah said, "Throw me overboard into the sea, then the storm will stop. It's all my fault. I am the cause of the storm. Get rid of me and you will get rid of the storm." What's a resolution? This is exactly what happens when you have the wrong people in your life. Now, just because people fit into your ship doesn't necessarily mean that they are meant to be there. And invariably, just because you are in other people's ship doesn't also mean that you are also meant to be there. Now, when you're not working in your divine purpose, you cause issue wherever you are. And at that point, you will actually be working as a disadvantage, even if you do not know it. Now, you do not have to be rude or disrespectful in any way, but create a boundary. Otherwise, your ship faces an unnecessary storm, and if measures is not put in place, you will lose all that you have worked hard to acquire. May God open your eyes to see your circle and give you the grace to do the needful. I am sure that this has blessed you tremendously. Please share this video, consider subscribing. I'll see you again by God's grace. I celebrate you.